Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the NASCAR Sundrop Custom Series awards ceremony for the end of Season 1. Now, this season it will not be live streamed. Next season it probably will be. Just trying to get the basic format out, get a quick video out, just let these guys know, and see how I do these videos. So, to start off with, we will start off with all of the categories. So we'll start off with the first one, going to Best Paint. And the Best Painted Car award goes to Carson Bowers' number 22 Aflac Toyota that he ran mostly at the road courses. And the Worst Paint award goes to Brandon Morris's number 55 Sundrop Toyota. It was the first car ever painted for the series. As you can tell, I've really stepped up my game since then. Next up will be the vote for Best Race. So the Best Race award is actually a tie between Las Vegas and Iowa, and as you can see, it was a battle between both Edson and Yepes at both of these tracks. Most likely one of the best races of the season because of this race-winning move by Jacob Edson using Brady Burkhardt as a pick around Yepes, and as well as the fight at the end of the race that happened when Yepes went after Burkhardt, coming around on the cooldown lap. And most certainly the Iowa race was voted fan favorite as well with Las Vegas because of the duel once again between Yepes and Edson, but throwing Carson Bowers into the mix and coming home with the closest finish of the series by 0.15 of a second. In that battle there, as Diego Yepes took home the victory. Now, as you can see here, we do not have video evidence of Salem because it was just that bad. I forgot to save it. I'm not going to pull it up because everyone knows that infamous track, the reason it is kicked off of the schedule. So Salem is exactly out of the series. And fan favorite of the year, can you hardly think that it would have been anyone else? Brady Burkhardt, after a horrid season of 7 crashes in 12 of the races, but still no DNFs for that number 99 team. Burkhardt is now one of the fan favorites. He's been fan voted into the Clash, the All-Star race. He will probably be fan voted for years to come. This will become the Dale Earnhardt Jr. of this series. So the fan favorite rivalry, the best rivalry of the year, goes to the battle between Jay Jefferson and Peter Onjak, both putting up stellar performances all season long and coming down to Martinsville in basically a battle of who could have survived. Jefferson survived, of course, but tied Onjak and lost on a tiebreaker with average finish after they both had the same amount of wins and same amount of points at the end of the season. That is why these two got 3 votes for being the best rivalry of the season. And best finish of the season once again goes to Iowa in an almost unanimous vote on that finish right there between Yepes and Edson being the fan favorite best finish of the season. After a very despicable race this here at Martinsville with everyone just crashing and slamming into the wall, it was this win by Carter Friesen over Randy Kaiser and Brady Burkhardt that will become the worst finish of the season. This race was highly voted for worst race of the season as well, but it was Salem that just barely beat it out by 1 vote. So the driver with the most top 10s goes to AJ Jones, racking up 8 top 10s in 12 races. Only 2 of those were top 5s, and 2 DNFs caused him to not be a championship contender here at the end of the season. Most top 5s, unsurprisingly, goes to the number 21 of Jay Jefferson, who had 6 top 5s in the season, so half of his races were in the top 5. Peter Onjak ended with 5 top 5s, which is probably what gave him the tie with Jay Jefferson, but Onjak did have more top 10s. Jefferson had 6 top 10s, Onjak had 7, and Onjak had just a few better finishes than this 21 car. So most DNFs in a season goes between a tie, 2 each for AJ Jones and Brandon Morris in the Sundrop 55 and the Bridgestone number 4. These 2 drivers wrecked it out twice this season. A lot of drivers had 1 DNF, not a lot had 0. But it was a very exciting season, but clean racing for the most part. The most wins, of course, goes to Diego Yepes. He leads the series in 2 wins. Everyone else has only 1 or 0. Diego Yepes looking to continue this dominance, but the most wins award goes to him. Next up, the most polls. Most polls once again goes to Jay Jefferson. He had 3 polls this season. 1 at Richmond, and I don't remember the other 2, but 3 polls there. The second closest were Kalen Nosler and Peter Onjak with 2 polls apiece, and all the other poll winners had 1. Now finally, for the last 2 awards before we officially crown the champion, are two awards voted by me on how they performed this season. The Underdog Award goes to Patrick Smith, as he went from 19th at Vegas to 5th. Whoops, that's the wrong car. From 19th at Vegas to 5th at Gateway in points. So in only 8 races, he gained 14 spots in the points to put himself in contention heading into Dover for the championship. But of course, he fell back. After Gateway was his last stand. He did everything he could, moved all the way up to 5th in points, then fell back to 6th at the end of the season, but the Underdog Award goes to Patrick Smith. And finally, sorry to Carter, but this award is the Choker Award. Who choked it away after a strong start to the season to a poor finish. From 2nd at Richmond, the 4th race in the season, Carter Friesen was 2nd in points, contending for that championship. 6 races later at Gateway, he was 17th in points, almost 70 points back. So Carter Friesen earns the Choker Award for a very poor mid-season and a very poor finish. Martinsville was the one good spot in this race, in his series, but this 91 team failed miserably at the end of the season. And the final look here, of course, will be your Champions Award. And the Champions Trophy goes to Peter Onjak, your ARCA Season 1 champion. The 44 team did very well, very strong this season, was almost unbeatable. Did not get a win until late in the season, though, at race 8 at Kentucky, which was a big surprise to everyone after how strong he'd been all season long. Multiple second-place finishes and a strong top 5 and top 10 performance got him the average finish by 4/10 over Jay Jefferson, as Onjak averaged an 8.2, Jefferson averaged an 8.6. So Peter Onjak is your Season 1 NASCAR Sundrop Custom Series champion. Thank you guys for watching the quickest awards ceremony, Season 2 paint scheme preview. For the 3 of you that actually aren't in Discord, may come out, it may not. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.